We finally have Assassin's Creed Mirage gameplay, and today, guys, we're going to chat about that. I have watched the developer breakdown of it, the Return to Roots video, and also the story trailer, as well as the gameplay all on its own. So yeah, let's have a chat about what we like, what we don't like, and how everything's going. When I say we, I mean I suppose. Well, guys, we start off the gameplay trailer with a bit of parkour, and then Basim stumbles upon one of his targets. It's not a main target or anything, I don't think. Just he stumbles on him while returning to the Bureau. It's not part of a mission or anything. He knows he needs to kill him, kills him. Obviously, the guards get angry, and then we see some parkour as he tries to escape. Now, I want to go over the parkour first, because that is something that's been missing from the series for quite a while. Now, they've included it, and they've said it was better and things, but it wasn't. It was rubbish for all of the RPG games, guys. I'm sorry. The worlds weren't set up for it, the animations, all the things you could do. Okay, so the parkour obviously looks a lot better in this game. Basim is faster, much faster than Eivor. He's a proper assassin, he's not a Viking. And yeah, he runs fast, he does things cool. The world is set up a lot better for parkour. You can see all these little things to run on everywhere. It's the world has many more opportunities to that is presented to us. It is presented many more opportunities. Anyway, yeah, don't know what I'm talking about, do I really? But yeah, the options that you can make are kind of there's lots of different options you can make with the world, but there's not a lot of player input. You're just going to be holding forward by the looks of it. Now, there may be something more akin to Assassin's Creed 1 and the Ezio games, where you can like move cancel and back eject and do all those kind of fancy things, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to be in this game. It's built in the same engine as Valhalla, and they didn't show anything in the gameplay trailer that would lead me to believe that. So yeah, that's a little disappointing, but we were pretty sure that wasn't going to happen anyway. But the parkour is going to be improved because obviously Basim's faster, like I said, and the world is set up for it. But apart from that, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on the parkour, other than it looks a lot better and it's going to be a lot funner. So the second thing I want to talk about today, guys, is the stealth. So there are a few definite improvements here. Well, pretty much the whole system is 10 times better than Valhalla. Let's put it that way, because Valhalla was, the stealth didn't work at all. But anyways, okay, so you have a bird in this game, right? But it will be shot down by arrows from marksmen who stand up in these towers. So you're going to have to take out the marksman before you can use your bird. And the best thing about this bird is that it doesn't just mark all the targets for you like you used to in the RPG games. It doesn't do that anymore. You can just mark like this, find the actual target you're looking for, and I think maybe treasure and stuff as well. But to mark targets, you're going to have to use your eagle vision, which is made a return, and it's not just a pulse, it's proper, it's on, you can look around, see everything, and it gives you like the vision cones of the enemies as well. So that's really cool because you can see which way they're facing now, because sometimes you wouldn't be able to tell which way they were facing. So yeah, you got the vision cones now, and you can see treasure, and yeah, you can sit there with it on, you don't just do a pulse. So that's really nice. That's a nice improvement as well, and it's very readable as well. Like you can see what's going on, as opposed to some of the other ones in the series which have been less easy to sort of figure out what everyone's doing. Right, there's also crowd blending. We can just walk into a crowd. Basim walks into this crowd here, and he calms them down. He hides here as the guy walks past, and then he makes his way around here. Right, so then on to the tools, my friends. We have the blow dart, which Basim uses here. It poisons the guy, puts him to sleep. I think you can upgrade it to do either damage or turn them berserk, so they start like attacking their friends and things like that. So we have noisemakers as well, which we use to turn this guard around, goes and stabs him. And then the next one on the list is the throwing knives, which he uses immediately after to do a double assassination here, because that guy spots him. And so that stops him from being from alerting the whole place, obviously. We then have poison bombs, which Basim uses here. It's like a proximity type mine looking thing. He sets it up before he does his main assassination here, so he has a way out. He kills that guy and he doesn't have to deal with him, so that's pretty cool. And we also have smoke bombs, which he uses near the end of his escape to get away from two guards who are blocking him off. And there's also a torch, which apparently is a tool now. That's a tool. They're using the torch as a tool thing. But yeah, I don't know when we're going to be able to use the torch, but I'm sure there are like underground passages and stuff. So that'll be pretty cool. Right, another thing is Basim kills quite quickly, which is really good because you want to be in stealth games. You want to be killing quickly and moving on And yeah, Eivor in Valhalla. I know I'm keep referring to Valhalla, but that's because that was the last game in the series. It's using the same engine. This was meant to be a DLC for it, so I'm just quite happy that these things are in the game. So yeah, he kills fast. Eivor was very slow. She would pull them on the ground and then stab them and do all sorts of very slow animations. These are quick and clean, so that is good. And the last thing and the stealth thing here is this like super meter that you have to charge up for Basim's like super duper ability, and he can mark the targets, and then yeah, you press launch and he goes and kills them. And I was really annoyed by this at first, but then I watched a couple of other people's videos and they sort of said, you know, this is like animus, not animus magic, but more like he's doing it really quickly, and the animus is just sort of speeding through that. So it's still, you can still in your mind somehow rationalize it that this is still grounded. It's not that bad compared to some of the things that are like god powers that we've had in the game. So, you know, I'm gonna forget that I was annoyed by this and just enjoy it. I think that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, the stealth is pretty good. We obviously have bushes as usual to sneak through, and the world just looks like it's set up for both parkour and stealth. So that is really fantastic. Speaking of the world, guys, it is a beautiful one. Yes, this city game is fantastic. It's just looking so beautiful. There's plants everywhere. Baghdad was a garden city, so there was like plants everywhere, and it just looks so damn pretty. I love it. And it's obviously set up for parkour. We have assassin bureaus where you enter through the roof like AC1. That's really cool. It looks like there's loads of people, loads of NPCs walking around. We have stalls, we have carpets everywhere. There's pots and everything. The city looks like a real city, and it's really cool. I'm really excited for that. There's obviously a few other little locations around the world. I think we'll be going to a castle. I forgot what that's called now. My brain doesn't remember things very well. I'm not very good at remembering things, not at all. But yeah, no, just as a game, it's fantastic. And I've got here in my notes, in bold and capitals, it just says, "It's a city!" exclamation mark, which tells you everything you need to know, guys. We finally have a city game. We're back in a city, and I'm just excited for that. I don't want to be running across massive fields with nothing to do. I want to be in a city. It's going to be great. Now, we don't know too much about the story. Obviously, we know that we're going to be freeing the city from Order of the Ancients members who are ruling it. We're going to be fighting off his demons, Basim's demons, of the Loki coming through and things like that. So that's going to be interesting, but also I kind of don't like all the Norse stuff. But anyway, let's ignore that for now. I don't want that to tarnish the game, guys. So we're just gonna see how it goes first. But yeah, the story should be interesting. Like I said, we're in a city, so we're going to get intricate stories, hopefully, where we can track down these targets, learn things about them, and then assassinate them in our own way. So that's pretty fantastic. And yeah, it seems like they're going back to talking about the creed and things in this, and maybe questioning the tenets from other characters and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that again, because that has always been something that's just a massive, huge part of what Assassin's Creed used to be. And yeah, I don't think we've seen much of that since like Unity, probably the last time we saw anything like that. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's gonna be fantastic. So hopefully the story is really good. Onto the characters, my friends. We obviously don't know too much about the characters. There's going to be obviously historical figures, which is always a huge part of these games that I really love. So I'm excited for that. Roshan, she seems really cool. We have the other mentors and things in the Assassin's Creed in the guild. Sorry, what am I talking about? Nobody knows. But yeah, that's all we really know about characters. So yeah, and we know about Basim as much as we learned from Valhalla. So yeah, let's see where that all goes. Now, last up on the list, guys, is combat, and we'll have a few closing thoughts as well after that. But we don't see much of the combat in this gameplay. We see one parry and then an insta-kill. But what we do know from what they've been talking about is that Basim wants to run away or stealth his way through anything first. That is his first port of call. He does not want to fight. He has a glass cannon, and he's going to go down in a couple of hits, and it looks like he's going to kill people in a couple of hits, which is something I really like in a game. They did that in Ghost of Tsushima, especially when you turned it on the higher difficulties. You died really quick, but you could also kill really quick, and I think that's that's going to be very good for this game, forcing us into more parkour, running away as opposed to just fighting through a bunch of people. And that's going to suit the themes of Assassin's Creed much more, I think, than Valhalla did, where you're a big Viking, you run in and you throw axes at people, and yeah, you just fight all the time. So I'm thinking that's going to be really, really cool. We don't know much about the combat, but that's about as much as we know, and I'm just hoping it's really good as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So some closing thoughts, my friends. I just want to say this is not going to be Assassin's Creed 1 in the modern era. It's just not going to be. It's built in the same engine as Valhalla, but we are heading in the right direction. I think we need to be happy about that. This game's not going to be perfect, and it's not going to bring back the old games or anything like that. I don't think so anyway. Obviously, I think the developers are really trying, but I think they've got their hands tied with the way the lore is with the character Basim. They've got their hands tied with the way Ubisoft want to make money. I think if you made an AC1 type game today, I don't think it would sell particularly well. I just think Ubisoft want to apply to the masses. They don't want to necessarily make a super stealthy game or like anything like AC1. So they're taking the bits that they can put in here and they're doing their best. And I think the developers really care about this. There's a lot of passionate people in there who love the old games, and that's why they've made this for us. So I think we need to embrace this, enjoy it as much as we can, and just be happy that it's heading in the right direction. I don't know what's going to happen after this. They've announced more RPG games, so this may be the last Assassin's Creed 1 and Ezio game type game that we ever get. So I mean, if we just go out there and buy this game and love it and tell them that they're doing the right thing, going in the right direction, hey, maybe we will get more in the future. I don't know. These game companies, they're always about making money. So with whatever makes money and what makes a good reputation for their company, that's where they're going to go. So if we encourage this sort of thing, yeah, we might get more in the future. If we say this wasn't good enough, then you know what, they probably will never make one again. So that's all I need to say, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe for more, and thanks to the patrons as per usual, keeping the channel running. You guys are awesome. Love you all, and I'll see you all in the next one.